Hey everybody, my name is Press Maycock and I am a certified health coach, and I'm also a nutritional consultant working with now hundreds of integrative practitioners, doctors, healthcare professionals here in California. And I'm also the founder of Rejuve, which is health coaching to renew you, and where busy people learn how to use food as medicine and develop the mindsets and the habits for sustainable health and hopefully sustainable happiness. Today I've created a video for you, or I'm creating a video for you, is why your vitamins might be killing you. And I know it's a bold title, but what you don't know can hurt you, and I believe there's a big lie that a lot of us have been told or believe, and it may be harming you, and I want to point that out. That's an important distinction. And today I'm going to start out with really the whole versus the part. Obviously everyone knows that broccoli is not a pharmaceutical drug, but there's a whole class of vitamins that people are taking that are actually synthetic chemicals made by maybe a half a dozen or so pharmaceutical companies that produce the same chemical nutrients for all the vitamin manufacturers out there. And by all, I don't mean all, but I do mean like 95%. So these are the stuff you're going to get at my beloved Trader Joe's, Walmart, GNC, Costco, etc. These are chemically synthetic isolates of nature, and it's not the full spectrum of what nature created. So I had a couple examples, or actually a few examples I wanted to share with you. The first one, and let me take off my watch here. This watch right here, if I were to take this watch and give it to a chemist and have him run a report for me, it told me everything that was that comprised this watch, I'd get a report with a whole list of different constituents. But if I were to take the same watch and smash it with a hammer or a rock or what have you, so it's just a pile of old watch, and I gave that to the chemist and asked him to run that report again, he'd give me exactly the same constituents, yet it's entirely lost its function. Another example, Michael Jordan. He's a really famous basketball player, in case you don't know. And if you were to put Michael Jordan on a basketball court by himself, even though he's arguably the best player in the game, at least in his day, how many basketball games would he win? Give you a moment here. Not too many. Maybe, to be fair, 0 games. Other teams would easily outplay him. And I think that's a little bit of the mistake that science has made in our evolution. And nutrition and nutritional awareness is still relatively new in our discovery of how the foods and the human being work together. And I think we made some mistakes in those early days, and we're starting to learn those things, and we're also paying some of the prices. So when I was a younger man as an athlete, I was taking synthetic vitamins, and one of them in particular was vitamin C, and I was taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. But I wasn't, as it turns out, taking real vitamin C. I was taking ascorbic acid. And to give you an idea what ascorbic acid is, it's part of the vitamin C complex. It's the antioxidant protector of the vitamin C complex, but it's not vitamin C all by itself. That's the lie. So I was taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day, but in reality, nature doesn't have 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, or ascorbic acid, excuse me. It doesn't come in those sizes. It comes in 5 or 7, but it comes entirely in proportion to all the other factors of the vitamin C complex that make it function in the body. So when we take vitamin C as ascorbic acid in large amounts, without all the other constituents that make it function in the body, it can, and I will say this, it can have a therapeutic effect or benefit, but it's very specific. And when you don't have that specific need, or, well, suffice it to say, if you don't have that specific need, then all the other factors that make the vitamin C function in the body have to come from somewhere. Typically, it will come from your own body, and your own tissues to make it function, make it work in the body, and sometimes it will pull stuff from your own tissues just to buffer it, because the body says, what's this? I've never seen this before. Let's get it out of here as soon as possible. So it'll take other parts of your own body to get rid of it. Another example, vitamin E. So vitamin E, there was a study done in Northern Europe, and it took a group of smokers, and they split them in half, and half was the control group. They didn't do anything, just continue smoking. And the other group, said the same thing, but they gave them vitamin E. And they were all shocked to find out that this antioxidant, this known antioxidant of vitamin E, actually that group had a higher rates of cancer. And of course the news picked that up and shared it with the whole world that, hey, vitamin E causes cancer, watch out. And I was one of the people that were shocked to hear that. And it wasn't until later that I really understood that they had taken a fraction of the vitamin E complex that they deemed important, and indeed it does have some therapeutic benefit again, but out of context, out of nature, out of all the other things that comprise real food. These are things like the vitamins, of course, but the entire complex. These are enzymes, these are coenzymes, these are trace minerals and phytonutrients that a carrot, for example, could have over 200 different constituents to just a carrot. And you know, we put a man on the moon and we still don't know everything that's in a carrot. So there's a lot of room for us to have a lot of humility about the intelligence that's there in the whole foods and the intelligence of your genes and your cells. So again, this is the whole food and versus the part, which we call a fraction or an isolate. And I've got another chart that show that to you. And right now I want to talk to you about approaches to healing as it relates to food and nutrition.